Going through puberty is like spilling milk on yourself, but not being able to wash it off. And the milk starts to like smell and feel really weird, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's overall just a very uncomfortable experience.
Thunder, 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 feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, thunder.
I had mixed feelings about hitting puberty. I hit puberty kind of late at my school, so I got made like fun of for not getting my period yet.
I thought I was gonna wake up and I was gonna be like 4 inches taller, my voice was gonna be deep, I was gonna look cooler, but that never happens.
My boobs grew a lot bigger. That was probably the biggest change.
My face stayed the same and like my body sort of stayed the same. I just got like sort of elongated, like I was put under a steamroller and just stretched out.
Look up all the information you need before puberty actually starts because you want to be like prepared for battle. You're gonna smell bad, you're gonna grow hair on weird places. Just kind of like get all your weapons in advance.
I got my first zit in geo class, and I remember I was like, oh my God, what is that? I almost raised my hand. I was like, excuse me, I know we're learning about Mount Rushmore in this bitch, but what mountain is this right here that's appearing on my face?
The first time that I got a zit, I remember I sort of panicked. I like ran to my mom's vanity and like stole whatever concealer she had, but the issue with that is that my mom is like 50 shades lighter than me, so it just made the problem worse.
Okay, so I used to have my mom pop my zits. I tried doing it, but I find it so disgusting, you know, when the little like white stuff comes out that I don't pop my zits at all. It makes me too nervous.
I definitely don't think teenagers should be embarrassed by having zits. Everyone gets zits at some point of their life. So try to just relax and know that it'll probably just go away.
When I started growing body hair, I just knew like I'm turning into a man because I have body hair. So it's time to start being an adult and not a little kid.
I still have yet to get facial hair. I can't grow a beard. I can grow like whiskers. Here's how my shaving goes. I put a dot of shaving cream on one finger. I go boom, 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 and I'm done.
I got body hair when I was like 9 or 10, and I was so mortified. And so like I tried shaving, but I was afraid to tell my parents that I wanted to shave, so I would secretly use my dad's razors. It was a terrifying situation. But now I think I've come full circle also, and I like refuse to shave my legs. I refuse.
I shaved my back in the shower. It was such a mistake. Like, just some places are meant to have hair, okay? And like, I realized that quickly after the hair started growing back. I was like, yeah, I don't think other people do this. Like, I'm gonna stop. But you know, you have to experiment. You have to try it out.
I knew it was time to use deodorant when food wasn't being cooked, but I smelled it.
My sister one time described my BO, this is so TMI I guess, but she described it as when you like saute onions, and it really stressed me out, and now I can't eat anything with like heavily cooked onions. This is really personal, it's okay.
When you start smelling like noodles, you have to shower. You know the smell I'm talking about though. It's like chicken noodle soup.
I was somebody where I've always been extremely paranoid about like sweating through my deodorant. I always have deodorant in my backpack or in my bag because I don't even want to have to feel that stress.
By experiencing both the male and female side, we stink, okay? When you are getting outside of the gym, girl, just give me a quick little spray, like not even the fancy frou-frou stuff, because we all know that the girly stuff does not cover the odor. And I feel like if you think that you don't smell, you probably do.
Today I'm gonna be talking about puberty with my mom. What was the first sign that I was going through puberty?
I think we became aware as a family during a car ride. Suddenly we were sort of overcome by this incredibly strong smell. Then we noticed that you had taken off your shoes. I just never smelled anything that strong or bad. I think you got like some of those sneaker balls at one point.
Oh,
like,
sneaker balls,
they were given to you as a gift, maybe.
And then we got the army level foot powder as well.
That's right.
And it still wasn't enough.
I felt really insecure about my body. I used to hate that I'm really small up here because I just felt so insecure. Like I felt like I was like a 7-year-old boy here, and then I was like, okay, she's like a girl.
But I think I've learned that like it's okay if I'm an A.
I have mixed emotions about my body sometimes because some days I'll wake up and I'm like, girl, like you're looking good today. And then like the next day, literally the next day, I'll be like, oh my God, I like hate myself and I don't want to go outside and my body just sucks.
I think I've kind of grown into my body and I look a little bit less awkward, I want to say. I'm still really tall, which I always forget. Like sometimes I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, what the hell? I didn't even know I was that tall.
Growing up, I like always saw these tiny girls in my school that had like no butt, and I was like, oh, like I don't want a butt, like I want to look like that. So I literally like would squeeze my butt and like walk around with my butt like squeezed. This might be hard to show you, okay?
We all feel weird sometimes. I'm pretty sure Beyonce feels insecure sometimes. And even on her worst day, she can't look bad.
Take a deep breath and realize nobody is staring at you as much as you think they are. I think it's so easy to get fixated on this idea that everybody's watching you, but once you realize everybody's stressed, everything completely chills out.
The insecurity monster in my head tells me that my ear is too dented, that my eyes are two different sizes, and one is very droopy. Your head is very round. It looks like a soccer ball. Nobody's head is as round as yours. I have never seen a rounder head.
I'm too tall, I have bad posture, I smell, and I'm hairy.
The insecurity monster in my head always sees a flaw, even if it doesn't exist. It's like, there's a piece of bread in your teeth, and everybody's gonna notice, and they're judging you for it. And they're not gonna tell you that the bread's in your teeth. Everybody's gonna talk about it for days, honestly years. You will be known as bread girl. And you know what? You just have to say to that monster, no, I'm not bread girl. I've got another personality, okay? And it might still be related to bread, but it's not gonna define me and defeat me, okay? Insecurity monster, goodbye. Bye.
People struggle being confident in their bodies because we're all our own toughest critics. You look at yourself every day, so you're eventually going to be pointing out the flaws and noticing things that people normally wouldn't notice. And you're going to be hard on yourself just because it's just human nature to do so.
I think body positivity is so important, especially in these days, because you can get so caught up in looking at like 80 different people every single day. You'll be like scrolling and you're like, oh my gosh, like I want to be blonde. I'm going blonde tomorrow. And then scroll, and there's a girl with like brown hair and you're like, no, I love my brown hair. But the way that I've kind of like changed it is just like looking at girls and appreciating everyone for what they have and like being like, oh, that girl's so cute. She's got that curly hair. Like that looks so good on her.
I don't follow any fitness sort of like accounts, or I can't follow a lot of just like supermodels because I will just naturally be like, if it's different from me and popular, it must be good and I must be bad.
Body positivity is crucial because when you're not confident and comfortable with who you are, it's gonna affect every aspect of your life, from your work to your social life. If you don't feel happy with what you're going through and what you look like, you're gonna struggle with that. And so it's so important to just love who you are no matter what you look like.
Body hair. You know, I have a good amount. Yeah. I have a chest hair. Actually, I have two. It grows out of the same, like, whatever you would call follicle. I don't know. I literally have two chest hairs right here.